Hello, this is Friday's News. I'm Jasmine Irojak. In this edition, repairs to raw water pipelines begin tonight. Chocolate factory works towards a greenfield status. And PNG chiefs respect recruitment rules. The operation to repair the section of the Rona 1/3 raw water pipeline and related water rationing in Port Moresby is set to start at 7 o'clock tonight. CEO of Water PNG, James Young, in providing a final briefing to Kumul Consolidated Holdings yesterday afternoon, said substantial planning and preparations have been undertaken to initiate the planned exercise.
Port Moresby residents are being urged to prepare for water rationing this weekend as Water PNG begins emergency repairs on a ruptured pipeline. Water PNG CEO James Young noted that the repair operation comes with risks due to the age and fragile condition of the infrastructure. He says the damaged pipeline installed 65 years ago is in a deteriorated state and could develop further leaks during or after repair works, noting that the size of the burst is unlike anything they have dealt with before, making the operation challenging. Repair equipment and materials have already been moved to the site, and teams are preparing to drain the flooded sinkhole once the water supply is shut off and the pipeline emptied. Mr. Young says engineers will not know the full extent of the damage until the pipeline is drained and the sinkhole cleared. The force of water rushing through the damaged section is estimated at speeds of more than 100 kilometers an hour and has prevented divers from carrying out a full inspection. Despite the uncertainty, Water PNG says additional equipment has been brought in to deal with a range of possible repair scenarios. Residents and businesses are being advised to store enough water for essential use during the repair period. Water rationing will be implemented across 4 zones of the city on a rotating schedule. The schedule has been circulated to the public this week. The partial shutdown will begin at 7 p.m. tonight and is expected to end at 7 p.m. on Sunday. Port Moresby General Hospital and Pacific International Hospital will be the only 2 institutions receiving uninterrupted water supply as they have dedicated connections. Water PNG says it will continue providing updates throughout the repair period and will notify the public of any changes to the water rationing schedule. Ruth Rongola, TVWAN News.
K92 Mining Limited has committed 3 million kina in assistance to government-led responses to the impacts of El Nino across the Eastern Highlands and Morobe provinces.
The support to the government-led responses to the impacts of El Nino is not a cash donation and will not involve cash distributions. Support will be provided as an in-kind support through the direct procurement and delivery of approved goods and services required for its government's El Nino response efforts. The commitment includes 1 million kina to the Eastern Highlands provincial government, 1 million kina to the Morobe provincial government, 250,000 to Kainantu, Makam, Obura Woninara, and Usinobondi.
So one of the things that obviously the whole country is dealing with this year is El Nino and the impact that El Nino is having on our communities. We had a board meeting 2 weeks ago. It was a point of discussion, and we felt that as K92 we should be looking to do something with our communities, with our provinces, and so we put together a package to be able to provide. El Nino is a real challenge for the country and for our communities.
Eastern Highlands Governor Simon Sia commended K92 Mining for its swift response. Obura Woninara MP and Agriculture Minister John Boito stressed that the District Development Authority had already allocated 600,000 kina as El Nino relief package, and together with the 250,000 kina, they will build a Southern Cross water tank for the people.
On behalf of my people for Obura Woninara, my district, I want to say thank you very much to the board of Kailan to Mine. 250,000 assistance to Oburo and Nara district. It's a big money. It's a big money for us to help assist our people. Oburo and Nara District Development Authority has allocated 600,000, with your 250,000 can buy a Southern Cross, and together we can build a Southern Cross and give water to our people during this dry weather season.
K9 to Mining will work closely with provincial government, district administrations, and relevant national agencies to ensure assistance is directed to communities and areas experiencing the greatest need. Mason Lewis, TVWAN News.
Minister responsible for PNG Power Limited, Richard Maru, today announced a major reform to restructure the shareholding of PPL by reducing direct government ownership and increasing private sector participation. This is part of a three-step plan to rescue PPL from financial collapse and place the national utility on a sustainable footing within 6 months. This plan is subject to NEC approval.
In an organized media conference today, Minister responsible for PNG Power Limited, Richard Maru, said PPL is currently insolvent with total liabilities of more than 2 billion kina, including over 1.2 billion kina owned to independent power producers and other creditors. State agencies alone own PPL close to 200 million kina in unpaid power bills. This calls for an immediate reform in resuscitating this company. Maru said the first approach is to settle PPL's creditors. This will be followed by restructuring the shareholding of PPL by redirecting direct government ownership and increasing private sector participation.
My first proposal I'll be taking to government is to ask the government to put in the coming supplementary budget 200 million so that the government can retire its 200 million long-term outstanding debt to PNG Power. It must go into the supplementary budget and we must pay between now and December. If we implement it, we can rescue PNG Power and turn the business around and prepare it for partial sale, which I want to see concluded by February. In other words, we want to bring private investors to come in and invest in PNG Power and owning the biggest share of the PNG Power business.
Maru said the company loses more than a quarter of the electricity it generates to technical faults and TIF and its major BNC centers, including Wewak, Vanimole, and the Ramo grid, lose tens of millions of kina every year. Therefore, the reform will involve selling these centers to generate revenue.
By October, the government must sell all the BNC centers, all the loss-making centers. I've already tasked the shareholder to undertake valuations now of all the C centers, and we must sell them by October to generate some money so we can help to retire all the debts. Government paying debt below you, we sell the assets, we bring in more revenue, and then we use the money to help settle the 1.3 billion debt.
Maru clarified that privatizing PPL means bringing in private capital and technical expertise alongside continued government ownership, not selling off the national utility.
We must be ready to sell after we sell the C centers in October, in November, December, we must sell the rest. We must bring in private sector investment now. We must bring in the advisors, prepare the information memoranda, and by December we go to market and invite private companies, especially our super funds, land owner companies, staff of PNG Power, to buy into PNG Power. And I'm looking at the private sector owning the largest share of the new business going forward.
While this reform will be put to NEC for approval, PPL management is working behind closed doors to ensure power connectivity remains stagnant for its customers.
Like smart meters to stop people fiddling with the meters, which are electronic, and so you can monitor it using a variety of systems. And as soon as the meter goes, oh, not producing as much power, bing, you go and inspect it. You've got to have things like that.
something that that will be pleasing to them. We can't go on load shedding forever.
Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
PNG Power Limited Chief Network Officer Tony Koriri said PPL outstanding debts can only be paid on time if government agencies pay their power bills on time. This will reduce losses and increase power connectivity to residents.
We could be able to get about 10 million from our major customer who happens to be government. If we can be able to get up and get 10 million kina from them, they have a bill, the government has a monthly bill about 16 million kina that's owed to PPL for electricity that they use. And this is all government entities, departments, police, defense force, CIS, the whole government agencies. If we could be able to be paid 10 million in a timely manner, then we could be able to manage the cash flow that's required to pay additional energy cost to Dirio, energy cost to New Power.
16 children were screened at the Boram General Hospital, East Sepik Province, under the National Cardiac Screening Program of the Operation Open Heart Foundation earlier this week. Of the 16 children screened, 1 was diagnosed with a complex cardiac condition, while 3 were identified for surgical discussions, 1 for open heart surgery and 2 for closed heart surgeries. A national cardiac screening program of the Operation Open Heart Foundation was conducted at Boram General Hospital in Wewak, East Sepik Province early this week. 16 children were screened during the 2-day program. Pediatricians specializing in cardiac care, Dr. Kunera Kiramat, carried out the exercise with the assistance of Boram's Specialized Medical Officer Pediatrics, Dr. Cecilia Pakule, and her team. Of the 16 children screened, 1 was diagnosed with a complex cardiac condition and 3 were identified for surgical discussions, 1 for open heart surgery and 2 for closed heart surgeries, which is a patent ductus arteriosus ligation. Encouragingly, 6 children received positive results with normal cardiac studies confirming good heart health. Dr. Kiramat stated that congenital heart diseases remain prevalent among children with trisomy 21 posing significant risks. Children with trisomy 21, commonly known as Down syndrome. This is TVWAN News. We'll take a short break and return with more stories on the other side. Stay tuned.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this.
And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No, Kara. He's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical cuddle, get up and big smile on face. Time cooking chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, PNG and Mia. Buying PNG made.
Cold Power Citrus Blast uses stain-fighting active particles to remove dirt, grease and stains from your family's washing with less scrubbing and rubbing, reducing wear and tear and saving you time. Cold Power Citrus Blast has an amazing citrus fragrance that gives that extra freshness that will last all day long.
Guest! Oh no! And the bathroom smells like this!
Fancy hand wash, come to the front! Loofah older than Uncle Foofa, please hide behind! Last year's face wash, time to cover your face!
You can hide all that junk, sure, but how will you hide the smell anymore?
Godrej Air Pocket!
Wow! With Power Gel technology, keeps the bathroom fresh for up to 30 days. Godrej Air Pocket. Bye-bye bad smell. Hello sweet fragrance.
You sabi tu awesome condom and one way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy? Tingim, use him condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Use him condom all get a time. Suppose you no save long HIV status long partner blog you or suppose you got plenty partner. Use him condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Use him condom banisim you yet na future blog you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Thanks for staying with us. Cocoa is expanding in the country, and Queen Emma Chocolate Factory, through Paradise Foods Limited's a long-term plan to becoming a future state-of-the-art greenfield cocoa processing factory, is coming to light. With the expansion opening of the Queen Emma Chocolate Factory in Port Moresby yesterday, it is paving the way for future plans. Paradise Foods Limited yesterday announced future plans to construct a massive state-of-the-art cocoa greenfield. Chief Executive Officer Dave Jagdeo said the brownfield expansion of the Queen Emma Chocolate Factory in Port Moresby Thursday is serving as the operational and financial stepping stone for Paradise Foods Limited's vision for a future greenfield. Jagdeo said as demand grows, the Queen Emma factory will outgrow the site and will pave the way for a technological, advanced facility.
It's more forward-looking, but it's to give you a sense of perspective. It's really about laying the foundation for a future greenfield. This facility is a critical step in our long-term growth. It significantly increases our capacity. We're going from 9 tons to 200 tons. But it's also a bridge. It's a bridge to the future state-of-the-art greenfield factory that we can conceive now and work towards. As demand grows, we will outgrow this site, and we will plan to outgrow this site, because that is how, that is going to be by design. So every process, every partnership, every lesson learned here, we're going to translate that into a technologically advanced facility that is absolutely necessary to give us parity with world competitors.
Paradise Foods Limited Chairman Anthony Smara said Paradise Foods, through the upgraded facility, lifts its processing capacity from 9 tons per month to 200 tons. The project costs 18.6 million kina. 11.5 million kina were from European Union and Food and Agriculture through the EU's trade program. He added that the long-term goal is to expand to a 500 tons facility in Leh, capable of generating 1 billion kina in turnover.
Help us set up so we can build towards that vision of a much bigger facility in Leh. A 500-ton facilities that can turn over 1 billion kina of processed cocoa in Papua New Guinea, providing higher prices back to our farmers nationally. Because PM, this journey means something bigger. It's something that's harder to put a number on. A Papua New Guinean child biting into a bar stamp made in PNG, believing without a question that Papua New Guineans can build something that the world, the entire world wants to buy. This is what changes a nation's narrative. Not a speech, not a slogan, but Paradise's Papua New Guinean hands turning PNG cocoa into chocolate that the world buys, that it trusts, and that the world grows to love. And PNG growers finally holding the value they create. This is what makes PNG Made something to be proud of.
Furthermore, the chairman of Paradise Foods Limited urged Prime Minister James Marape to use Paradise Foods as a primary example of taking back PNG in all events locally and internationally, especially in his independence speech next month. He added that Paradise Foods Limited serves as a model for taking back PNG when Number One Super Limited, a local superannuation fund, bought out all remaining shares to assume 100% sole ownership of Paradise Foods Limited.
Prime Minister, next month you will stand before this nation on Independence Day, and I have no doubt you will speak again of taking back PNG and your achievements and results of the last 7 years of your prime ministership. And when you do, use us. Use us, Paradise Foods, an example of what taking back PNG looks like. Use Queen Emma. Use our people. Tell the story of a company that PNG's own superannuation funds bought back and built into PNG's leading food business. Tell them of a workforce that is 99% Papua New Guinean.
And Anthony, I'm very much willing and able to be the pitchman and salesman of PNG-made produces. In fact, this year I'm going to APEC in Shenzhen. Arina, I want to take you along with us and go and speak on your cacao in Shenzhen. Am I right, huh? You want them Timbly, you come to the PNG cacao, how me black kissing from farm. Kissing Pixelo Bougainville, kissing Pixelo Civic, kissing Pixelo Central, Karamui. You may go and they see from farm, organic label to processing, you're eating organic cacao. And if you sell organic cacao, organic coffee to the world, it's premium dollar.
The PNG Greenpreneurs initiative celebrated its first graduation and investor showcase at APEC House in Port Moresby yesterday. The PNG Greenpreneurs initiative, supported by GGGI, CCDA and the PNG Oz partnership, sets the foundation for a resilient economy and a greener future for Papua New Guinea.
7 provinces, Eastern Islands, Enga, Manus, Milne Bay, Morobe, New Island, and Simbu, were represented at the stage graduation and investor showcase of the PNG Greenpreneurs initiative. 84 business cases were submitted during the 6-month program. 11 entrepreneurs stood out, each receiving $5,000 seed grant, about 22,100 kina, to grow their ventures. GGI country representative Mohamed Ali Saik told the graduates that they have planted the seed and it is time to protect it, water it, and give it nutrients. Panelists urged banks to support MSMEs through social collateral and microfinance, while highlighting the new Green Taxonomy program. The PNG Greenpreneurs initiative, supported by GGI, CCDA, and PNG Australia partnership, sets the foundation for a resilient economy and a greener future for Papua New Guinea. Mason Lewis, TVWAN News.
Around 30 agriculture professionals from across Papua New Guinea are taking part in an Australia Awards short course aimed at boosting agricultural trade and exports, delivered by the University of Queensland in partnership with Pacific Adventist University. The training is helping participants strengthen supply chains, improve logistics, and identify new market opportunities for PNG products. With more than 85% of Papua New Guineans relying on agriculture for their livelihoods, organizers say the program is building stronger partnerships and practical solutions to support long-term growth in the sector. SME Corporation has re-strategized its bottom-up approach to delivering key programs and projects by strengthening engagements with ward members and LLG presidents across districts. As part of the approach, the institution has rolled out a 10-day training, bringing a total of 118 participants in New Anglimp district of Jiwaka province.
As a pilot initiative, 118 individuals completed the International Labour Organization's Start Your Business Micro-Enterprise and improve your business or IYB training programs conducted by SME Corporation. They will be graduated today. The IYB training targeted MSMEs who have already acquired the Start Your Business micro-enterprise training and are already operating in the formal sector, while also supporting business owners lacking basic business skills. President of New Anglip LLG, Nicholas Kurua, thanked SME Corporation for bringing business development services to the people while supporting local entrepreneurs' registration costs. Under the program, participants contributed 25% of the business registration cost, which is 50 kina, while SME Corporation subsidized the remaining 75%, which is about 100 kina, payable to the Investment Promotion Authority. The initiative is part of SME Corporation's broader effort to bringing its service closer to communities and strengthen grassroots participation. Mason Lewis, TVWAN News.
And now the finance report. The kina closed lower at $0.2262 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2187, $0.3062 Australian dollars, $0.1817 euro, and 34.63 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York closed, copper closed higher, palm oil closed unchanged, and the rest closed the day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. You're watching TV1 News. Stay with us for more news after these messages.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this. And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No, Kara, he's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation, ecstasy, what a game.
Start your day by doing the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate. Wake up. Brush your teeth. And smile. Smile throughout your day with Colgate.
PNG's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldsport brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in PNG. Proudly Goldsport.
Noodles. Tastier, but you like him more.
Trindle. Oh, it opens up. Found it offload and they found it. Marju's wrong-footed. Jet Stewart goes all the way off the left pump and it's score. Striding away. It's just hanging on. Was. It is over. Broncos score. Quick stuff. Here's Alasina again. Alasina. Bowling inside. Mr. Peter. What a way. What a try.
Thanks for staying with us. The owner of Malolo Inn, M&M Investment Limited, including community leaders in Juwaka Province, voluntarily surrendered 6 illegal firearms and ammunition and a live hand grenade to state on Tuesday this week. The surrender of these weapons because of Operation Kumul Peace Awareness Program that is being conducted in various parts of the province. Operation Kumul Peace was officially launched by the Assistant Commissioner of Police Highlands Eastern End Command, Clement Dalla, in July this year. Juwaka Provincial Police Commander and Acting Superintendent Laimo Asi encouraged the people of Juwaka to stand up against this evil of getting illegal firearms in their possession because it is not safe and could cause them unnecessary trouble. In regional news, Victoria Police are investigating after machetes were wielded in a confrontation between 2 groups of males in a shopping centre in Melbourne's north last night.
Well, I've only just heard from one of the witnesses who says that she actually saw this group of men running, and she also says that security guards were screaming at people, shut your doors, as this shopping centre here in Craigieburn was locked down, which is about 25 kilometres north of Melbourne CBD here. This all happened just after 7 o'clock last night. The lady I was just speaking to then, who didn't want to go on camera, said that there were many women and children in the area. They were all just going about their business, and to have this happen was really quite horrifying. We also heard as well from Martin, who told the ABC he was eating some takeaway with his 6-year-old son when he saw this group of men wearing masks approach another group of men. They then started running towards each other. That's when he heard a shot fired, and we've heard from police that there have been a couple of shots that have been apparently fired, or that's what witnesses have told them. Martin says that he only heard one, but at that time, that's when these both group of men actually brandished huge machetes. He said he's never seen machetes as big as they were, and they looked more like swords before both groups then ran off in the opposite direction. So truly a terrifying situation for people to have to deal with. I've been speaking to some shoppers, including Patricia Thomas, who regularly comes down here. This is what she had to say.
It's pretty, heart-wrenching, because at the end of the day, I'm a local here in the area, and I've lived here for 16 years, and it's just getting worse and worse. In the area, look at it. It's quiet now, and people are coming out families are coming out here to enjoy the cafes, the restaurants, and this is what we now got to worry about.
So that's Patricia Thomas just speaking to me a little bit earlier, and it is really the general feeling here. We've seen one police patrol going past this morning, but clearly a lot of people here wanting to see that security beefed up, as well as having additional protective services officers. And the state government's actually announced more money for funding for an additional 150 PSOs, specifically to be able to come along and patrol shopping centres just like this one here at Craigieburn as part of Operation Pulse, aiming to reduce crime in the area. But we heard from Martin, who I was referring to beforehand, just saying how many women and children were here last night, and the fact that he looked across and could see one mother with 4 young children. She was on the ground and she didn't get up after everything had finished, and she was so scared he actually had to escort her back to her car. Now, this centre was briefly placed in lockdown as a security precaution after this. However, police say that there isn't any evidence at this stage of shots being fired. They haven't been able to find any bullet casings or any holes in the wall, for example, and certainly nobody was injured in this machete branding. So at least that is some good news for locals here that are clearly quite on edge about this. Police are continuing to investigate, and no doubt that they will be really checking on the CCTV vision here, and they want anybody with any information to get in contact with them.
New Security Agency says it has disrupted an attempt by a Chinese state-linked observatory to install satellite tracking infrastructure in the country, highlighting the case in its annual assessment of an increasingly dangerous espionage environment. The New Zealand Security Intelligence Service said Purple Mountain Observatory, an organization based in China with close ties to the government in Beijing, had sought to install ground-based space infrastructure through a local company that was likely unaware that the equipment could collect intelligence of military value. Researchers, community members and government agencies came together for the Central Australian Heat Resilience Summit in Alice Springs this week to plan for what is expected to be a sweltering summer in Central Australia. Advocates say the heat disproportionately impacts those experiencing homelessness and overcrowding and want to ensure the region is ready for the heat to come.
A long, hot summer on the way for Central Australia, prompting this summit in Alice Springs, bringing together local organisations, researchers and health practitioners.
To talk about the impacts of climate change and extreme heat and to develop a locally led framework for action.
My fears are that we are potentially going to see some of our most vulnerable folks in town become extremely unwell during this summer.
Summit participants bringing a range of perspectives on climate, health, weather and energy, with homelessness and adequate housing firmly in the spotlight.
Homelessness has always been a public health emergency. Climate change is one as well, and so together I think this is a massive danger, it's a massive risk.
Extreme heat has a ripple effect across every part of life in Central Australia, not just housing and homelessness, but health, the environment and even crime, compounding the vulnerabilities people face in this part of the world.
This is the critical first step, bringing all of the right people together, then branching out, bringing other people in and coming up with a framework for action and ensuring that this work is ongoing because the issue's not going away.
Building resilience as temperatures soar.
Pacific Islands Forum Foreign Minister are backing new regional principles for artificial intelligence and a safer digital environment as the Pacific enters a new phase of connectivity, with all forum members now connected to undersea telecommunications cables. Ministers supported the Pacific Digital and Artificial Intelligence Technology Principles for consideration by forum leaders at the 55th Pacific Islands Forum Leaders Meeting in Palau. They also backed the development of a regional AI governance framework, with the principles to provide an input in the framework and be tested and adapted before being considered by leaders in 2027. An 18-year-old from Alice Springs is calling on governments to listen to young people about the issues that impact them after returning from a youth advocacy program with renewed purpose to push positive change. He's urging students to speak out in the hope of making a change in their community.
A leader in the playground and in Parliament.
My main goal is to represent the young people here in rural Australia, especially because they don't get a voice nationally.
Recently returned from a youth leadership program in Sydney, Year 12 student Ryan Haywood is now even more passionate about what he sees as the big local issues.
It's definitely youth homelessness and youth incarcerations.
And he has a message to federal and territory politicians.
Come to the schools, come to Olsh, come to Saints, go to CSC and actually talk with the young people there. Listen to what they have to say instead of just flying in, talking with who you want to and then flying out again.
The school vice captain says he's sick of seeing knee-jerk reactions to political problems and negative stereotypes about disinterested young people.
A sentiment echoed by others.
I wish we would focus more on these young people that are really just going above and beyond to make it a better place, and not just focus on the things that aren't going right.
Ryan now leading the charge,
It's very pleasing to see someone so involved in understanding of democracy and the importance of democracy.
The 18-year-old hoping to inspire others to join him.
I just want to encourage all young people in Australia, no matter how flung a youth advocacy opportunity seems, get involved with youth advocacy, make your voice heard.
Taking matters into their own hands.
Sports is up next. I'll bring you all the details after the break. Don't go away.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
You have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink? Relax. Next time, just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Mega Growth Anti-Damage No-Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
Before. Dom Young, too quick down the sideline. Ponga backing up. Kalen will stroll over. Now Campbell. De Groot. Oh, lovely pass from De Groot, and Sami is in. The burst. Vanua Bole. That's how you attack the game. Oh, what a try from the front row. To saying there must be space. And catch and pass for Seto 2. In the corner. He'll get there.
Welcome back. The historic Kira Kira cricket field in the Motukoita area, Port Moresby, will have a major upgrade following a combined 220,000 kina commitment from BSP and the Motukoita Assembly. The upgraded field will continue to nurture cricket talent, brought communities together and supported social and economic activity in the Motukoita.
BSP will invest 110,000 kina towards the Kira Kira cricket field project, with 50,000 kina coming through its BSP 50 for 50 Giving Back initiative and a further 30,000 kina each from its financial and strategy business unit and corporate business unit through the annual community project funding programs. The MKA also pledged a further 110,000 kina through Kina for Kina contribution, bringing the total funding to 220,000 kina. The project, initiated by BSP staff, will see the more than 50-year-old sporting facility upgraded with perimeter fencing, improvements to the cricket turf, and enhancement to spectator viewing areas. Speaking at the ceremony, BSP representative Jonathan Harvey said the Kira Kira cricket field is an important part of Papua New Guinea's sporting heritage and community identity. He said the field had nurtured cricket talents, brought communities together, and supported social and economic activities in the Motu Koita area for generations. MKA Chairman Simon Wavik welcomed the partnership with BSP and thanked the Kira Kira village elders for supporting the project. Wavik said the field is a lasting legacy that had produced some of Papua New Guinea's finest cricketers and remained an important cultural, historical and sporting asset for the community. The Kira Kira cricket field was officially opened in 1994 by the late great-Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Omare. For more than 5 decades, it has served as an important place for leisure and community gatherings. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
Former NRL and Australian Wallabies star Israel Folau arrived in PNG today with the Valley Hunters Rugby Union Club. Folau will participate in the Pepsi Capital Rugby Union competition in Port Moresby this weekend, playing for Valley Hunters. He will line up against a struggling University Piggies tonight at the Sir John Guy Stadium in one of the main draw cards for Pepsi CRU Premier Division games. Folau said he looks forward to sharing that experience with players. It's the former Wallabies' first trip to Port Moresby. He had been asked by Will Genia to play with the club for a weekend. The PNG Chiefs have confirmed they are not pursuing the signatures of Sydney Roosters halfback Sam Walker and Canberra Raiders forward Hudson Young. The PNG Chiefs have responded to media speculation in the recent weeks.
The PNG Chiefs have indicated some level of interest in Sam Walker and Hudson Young, but noted they cannot talk to them until they enter the open market in November.
Hudson Young, the dummy half, puts in a grabber kick, got away from Tex Hoy. Hudson Young! He scored. He gets there!
The Chiefs have launched a serious recruitment drive since they landed the signature of the first signing. The newest NRL franchise raised eyebrows with their recruitment ahead of 2028, with some massive signings in the likes of Jerome Luai, Zach Lomax and Alex Johnston. The recent NRL report stated that the PNG Chiefs have reserved the signing number 7 and pointed out Panthers maestro Nathan Cleary as a possible target. Cleary is free to negotiate with rival clubs after November 1st, and the Chiefs have indicated they are open to any player of their interest that comes on open market. Almost all of Chiefs' signings so far are backline players except for Matty Lees, who plays pro. They are in the lookout for middles. Given its previous signings, the Chiefs are capable of pulling big signings in the forwards department. Meanwhile, team logo and jersey colors will be revealed in due time. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
Ley City FC will take on Fiji champions Rewa FC in a crucial final group match of the OFC Men's Champions League. The match is expected to be an important test for the Papua New Guinea champions as they look to keep their hopes alive in reaching the semi-finals.
Over the defence by Tupapa.
Ley City opened their campaign with a strong 4-1 win over Tupapa Marae Ranga of Cook Highlands. However, they suffered a 3-1 loss to Galaxy FC in their second match. Rewa have also had mixed results. The Fijian side lost 4-1 to Galaxy FC in their opening game before bouncing back with a 4-2 victory over Tupapa Marae Ranga. Both teams will be determined to finish the group stage strongly. Ley City will need to improve their performance from their defeat to Galaxy FC, particularly in defense. Meanwhile, Rewa will be confident after scoring 4 goals in their last match. The PNG champions will also have to deal with the experience of the Rewa side, as several of its players are familiar with OFC Champions League football. Rewa will also be looking to use home support and their attacking strength to put pressure on PNG's side. The match promises to be a competitive battle, with both teams have plenty to play for as the group stage reaches its final round. Rex Lita, TVWAN Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. We'll now have the weather forecast. Regional forecast: Southern, Port Moresby mostly clear skies. Alotau and Popondetta partly cloudy. Daru partly cloudy with brief evening afternoon showers. Momase lay cloudy with rain showers. Vanimo partly cloudy with possible few showers. New Guinea Islands, Kokoporo Bowl partly cloudy with possible showers. Kimbe and Buka clear skies, partly cloudy. And Highlands region, Mount Hagen cloudy with few showers. Menditari and Wabeg cloudy with rain showers. Ocean forecast: Coral Sea, seas moderate to rather rough with southeast winds at 15 to 20 knots, reaching 25 knots at times. Solomon Sea, seas moderate to rough with southeast winds at 20 to 25 knots, reaching 33 knots at times over southeast and western sector. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate to rough with southeast winds at 10 to 15 knots, reaching 20 to 33 knots over the south to central sector. Pacific Ocean, seas moderate to rough with southwest winds at 20 to 25 knots, increasing to 33 knots at times. And coastal waters forecast: waters of Samarai to all Milne Bay Islands to Cape Vogel, and waters from Fidjifen through Vitias and Dampier Straits to CSC and Long Islands, seas 2 to 3 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 1.5 to 2 meters, rising to 2.5 to 3 meters at times. And waters of Bougainville, seas 2 to 2.5 meters, rising to 3 meters over warning areas. And that ends TV1 News. Have a safe weekend. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by Digicel TV, your official home of the Rugby League World Cup 2026. Dial *515#